First of all, everybody, we have with us one of the preeminent artists, authors, art historian. I mean, I'm not going to say everything that I could say about this man because I only have 5 minutes. And I wouldn't get a chance to ask him any questions. I'm going to ask you, Dr. Driskell, before I do that, let me get in the long line of people who have already welcomed you to my fair city, the greatest unknown city in the United States. And I'm going to ask you one question with 2 parts, and then I'm going to shut up. Okay? I'm a very impatient man. I was patient with my students, but with adults, I lose it sometimes. And sometimes in my effort to explain the importance of art, I tell them that art is the only thing that makes man different from any of the rest of the great apes, okay? The fact that we do art and no other animal does that. And also, I wanted you to talk a little bit to us about your show, Convergence, and how you have tied in art and music together. And I'm through.
All right. Well, you start with the premise that we, as human beings, distinguish ourselves from the other animal kingdoms by making things, and in the sense of the Latin factibilia, to make,
Right.
the French faire, to make. We are the ones who are able to bring these things together to the extent that people understand that they can be enjoyed, appreciated, understood. Almost like writing a language, a form, something that's so very different and yet at the same time so very special. And as you say, we're the only ones who supposedly, as far as we know now, there may be some aliens out there who are doing it better than we. That we don't know yet. But we're the ones who are able to concretize this thing, to put it together, to converge, to bring it into being. And so that, I think, is our mission as artists, is to bring to the world the vision that they would not have without our having been here. And that's what artists have done throughout time immemorial. They have brought to us the inner vision, the expressions of the soul, the notion of goodness, truth, and beauty. And that's the responsibility of the artist. And I used to tell my students, if you're not doing that, get out of the field. Go and put your beret on, walk down the street and pretend that you're an artist.
Right.
Because if you are for real, you're going to be doing real things. You're going to be doing things that connect to people. And that's what art does. Art gives us the connection beyond that which we see in the physical world.
Okay. Well, we're so happy to have this great exhibit here, and the whole idea behind it. Tell us a little bit about this exhibit.
Well, this exhibit is called Convergence. It comes from the David C. Driskell Center at the University of Maryland in College Park, and it's here because of the collaborative work that we are doing with Mr. Greg Carroll and his staff, and we want to reach out to other entities around the nation, and that is a part of what the center does. It is also a research center. It is not just collecting works of art. people to see, but it's for people to come and, for example, my academic and scholarly papers are there, over 50,000 items, photographs, and the letters of exchange I had with Romare Bill, with Jacob Lawrence, with Elizabeth Catlett, with so many of the artists here. They are there for people to come and say, oh, like last exhibition we had was by Allison Sarr, and then we came to the exhibition by Charles White. And they went into the archives and they pulled up some letters that I had written in the 60s to Charles White, and letters that he had written to me, and they were rather interesting to look at. And so there's a lot of that going on in the archives as well as in the center.
Okay. Well, I'm being signaled that we are out of time, and boy, I wish we had a whole day to talk. I would do that, but thanks a lot for coming to our fair city.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Dr.
CMG wants you to always remember, the victory we call success goes to the best prepared. When you invest in your community, you are really just investing in yourself. Thanks.